I request Ms. Jaya Bansal, our school advisor, and our teachers to kindly light the lamp. Yes. I now request Ms. Jaya Bansal, our school advisor, to address the attendees and share her valuable inputs.
Thank you, Sherard. Good morning, everyone. It's heartening to see you here, especially given the previous couple of years where we only saw parents and children online. It's really a beautiful moment to be with parents. We had a lot of parents in the morning, and hopefully they've gone back as happy as we were to see them. It is spoken of often and discussed how the pandemic has completely altered our lives and our work to usher in the new normal. We at the Sherard Universal School move ahead, breaking the norms of the past with a fresh and a new mindset to prepare our children for the future. In keeping with the global times, the cornerstone of our school will be based on the pillars of inclusion and diversity. A school culture that promotes diversity in the classrooms teaches students something that is much more important, and that is how to live, how to work in a society, in a very, very fragmented society, how to be with peers, how to work with co-workers and have a diverse interests. This is what we aspire to do. I won't take much of your time because we have a lot going on in classes. I'll go on with the PPT. So the meaning of Shri. The meaning of Shri, of course, as we all know, I think I've done something. Yeah, is virtue, enlightenment and prosperity. Enlightenment is what we're all looking at, whether it's academic or spiritual. And I think the word Shri says it all. Going on to Namaste, we in our school greet everyone with a Namaste. I think today I can say it's in tune with the COVID times, where it is definitely a more healthier option than shaking hands or giving somebody a hug. But basically what Namaste means is that I bow to you. And that is a very humble way, a non-verbal way of greeting you, of a deeper communion of love and respect. So there's this whole part. The vision. To nurture a vibrant and innovative caring environment that is committed to all-round excellence in education. Mission statement, to recognize the uniqueness and individuality of each child. How I like to talk about the individuality of each child is best described with the parable of a crayon. When we have, so we've got new crayons here, but if the children use these crayons, you will notice that some crayons are broken, some are tall, some are short, some are oil, some are wax. But each one of those crayons make a mark. They may be a different shade, but they are vibrant wherever you use them. And they complement each other. And I think that is what speaks about our class. Each child in our class is encouraged to make a mark, to be vibrant, and to complement each other, whether it's in a classroom or a family or in society. Which is why we say we respect your child's uniqueness and individuality. Provide all students with a diverse education and equip them with lifelong skills. Schools are essentially the stepping stones to what your life is going to be. We feel children are like Play-Doh or putty, and you need to shape them. So between parents and us, together we shape our child in a particular way by equipping them with all the resources, all the teaching aids, and of course a lot of thoughtology and TLC to make them go on the right route. Inspire all students to lead with courage, confidence and conviction. Collaborate with parents and community to create independent global citizens of tomorrow, which is a much, much needed thing, where we all think, you know, the world with the internet especially has shrunk. And it is a global platform. It's no longer Louisiana or Canada or for that matter anywhere in the world. And as educators and parents, it is our duty to have a global and a responsible global citizen at that. Our core values. Integrity. Integrity essentially means an uphold of moral values. So the example I like to give here is that when we have, since we are very ecological and environmentally conscious school, we always ask our children not to burn crackers because it causes pollution. So most of our children here are asked to take a pledge to say that they will not burn crackers. But we do give them the option of also not taking a pledge. If they feel they want to do it, or they're under peer pressure, or their siblings are insisting on the dada-dadi, or they feel like doing it, then we ask them not to take that pledge. But If they take the pledge, they must abide by it. Sensitivity, like I mentioned, we are a very, very environmentally sensitive, conscious school. You will see most of our classrooms and everything done up in newspaper. A lot of recycled stuff around school so that we don't leave our carbon imprint. Similarly, when we have our DDs in school, our children are taught to respect them because they are one of us and they are older. I'll give you another example. Pre-COVID times, when we had the cafeteria and the kitchen running, all the DDs and the entire staff used to eat a meal with us. This was our way of showing equality and sensitivity. I think I've gone one slide ahead. Yeah. Pursuit of excellence, that is what we're all here for. Excellence in whatever we do, and that only comes if we do it with our heart and soul. And pride in one's culture. So when I say pride in one's culture, we use all the three languages. We are essentially Punjabi here. So we do Punjabi language, we do Hindi, and we do English, of course. And all festivals are celebrated here with equal fervor and gusto. Next we come to the Sri Ram Educare Limited. This is the legacy. Since it's not very clear, I'll explain to you. It was started by Sir Sri Ram in 1963. He went on to make SRCC College and then on to LSR. I myself am an alumni of the Lady Sri Ram College, Delhi. Then they went on to make the Sri Ram schools, and that's how we came into being with the SEL, which is the Sri Ram Educare Limited. The Sri philosophy is about the learning process, challenging and enjoyable. When I say if your child is not one in a comfort setup, B, not enjoying himself or herself, the learning is going to be very limited. So all our teachers and all our curriculum people, and especially our Delhi head office, we all strive to make the lesson plans, the projects that much more enjoyable and that much more challenging for your child, where he can achieve a particular milestone but not get frustrated with it. Because once when if he's not achieving the milestone, there's frustration and then there's no enjoyment. So we make sure that it is within your child's reach with a little bit of a stretch, and so that your child can enjoy the learning process. Fostering creativity, independent thinking and experimentation. So it's it's a very hands-on program. Experimentation would mean that everything, we start as young as LKG with Wonder Time, where we do certain experiments and we lead them with open-ended questions to how it's going to happen, and go on to class grade 8 now that we have parents here, doing certain things which are absolutely hands-on. Independent thinking is when we allow your child, again with open-ended questions, and answers which come from them. So when we were being trained with the Delhi head office, we were told if two notebooks look the same, that means the teachers and facilitators are not doing a good job. So which is why we have interactive notebooks, which I will come to as another slide, and which also goes to show that your child is being encouraged to think and do things in a certain way. Because we pride ourselves in creating a thinking pattern for your child, and then the child takes over from there. Fostering creativity is also pretty much hand in glove with independent thinking. Your child is doing her own craft, she's doing her own project. So in our school, the teacher does not tell the child how to go about it. It's the child who tells the teacher and is handheld and encouraged by the teacher to reach his or her goal of making that particular project or that essay or whatever we are doing. Developing sound ethical values of kindness, respect and integrity. Next we come to the Shri Pedagogy, which is again experiential, which we just discussed. It's a very hands-on program. Evolving, I think the best way of talking about evolving would be when the pandemic happened. Our teachers were online. We were the first couple of, I think one of the first few schools to have gone online. I was talking to the teachers and they said, I said a couple of weeks and they said, no ma'am, we had 48 hours. And we were online with the children and with the curriculum. And the entire curriculum, which had been totally suited for the children, where the teachers had to handhold the mothers to teach the children, and also without the resources which we have in school. So I think a big example of evolving I can't give. Child-centric. Any school which is not child-centric cannot be called a school, because this is a safe haven for children where everything, starting from the building to your resources, to the teachers, are all geared towards making the child a happy learner in whichever field we are working towards. This school, I think, walks the talk. It is a totally child-centric school. Interactive, we've already gone through with this, where the nicest thing about our school is that there is, one of the days where we showed the child a stick and it wrote learning, and I put A on the blackboard and the entire class was supposed to learn. Today with open-ended questions, circle time, all that happening, the children are so friendly with the teachers. They can come, they can ask questions, they can tell their doubts. It's a very, very interactive, a very friendly and a very relaxed atmosphere, which is very conducive to your child's learning. Innovative. We have teachers, we have our team in Delhi, the curriculum heads, workshops where we are constantly upgrading ourselves and doing brainstorming so that we can teach your child in an easier way or where it makes a better impact on your child's learning. This is good news. We have almost managed to get our NOC, which should be with us maybe in the next maybe week or 10 days, after which we will be applying for the CBSE, and we should have it with us within this academic session, because we need to go on with class 9. These are the three differentiators which just set us apart. Can I have Shivani ma'am please explain a few?
Thank you, Jaya ma'am. The three differentiators which set us apart makes learning more meaningful at the Sherard Universal School, Ludhiana. So let me now give you a quick overview of some differentiators that we use in our classroom. So let's start with the circle time. This is the time when all the students are sitting in a circle and are developing emotional quotient through engaging them in fun-filled activities. Moving to the DEAR period. DEAR stands for drop everything and read. Now this is the time when the entire school, everyone present in the school, they are all indulged in reading. So as it is said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. We totally believe in it. Next is the fine motor skills. These skills are integrated with different activities like using pencils, clay modeling, opening of lunch boxes, and these activities are basically to develop the muscles of the little ones. In Discovery Hour, which we have for Shriyaites for grades 2 and 3 and research referral for Shriyaites of grades 4 onwards, all the students, they are involved in in-depth analysis of a topic. We take a topic for good 6 months. At the end of these 6 months, we have an exhibition where they are exhibiting all the research work, hands-on activities, worksheets, projects they have made in these 6 months. Wonder time is the time when we engage the little lot with some fun-filled experiments which makes them wonder why is this happening and how did this happen. Under show and tell, it is an act for public presentation which makes our children, our Shriyaites, more confident to speak in front of the audience. It gives them an opportunity to stand up in front of their friends and speak about a topic that interests them. DEED. DEED stands for debate, extempore, elocution and drama. Now this is the next step in which students they are given exposure to test their thoughts and enhance the critical thinking skills. It helps them to be a better confident human as it is an extension of oneself where one can communicate effectively. Phonics is a method of teaching children to read based on learning the sound that a particular letter represents. Moving to the trips. Trips give students a chance to experience new ventures. And we at the Sherard Universal School, Ludhiana, we feel that trips play a very important role as they are a powerful motivator for our students. So even during the pandemic, we had not stopped taking students for field trips. The only difference was that we were taking them for virtual field trips. And our Shriyais, they had virtually travelled to the Harry Potter studio, which is in London, to Sabarmati Ashram, to Virasat-e Khalsa, Red Fort, NASA, and these are just few places where we had all taken them virtually. The last is the gross motor skills. Now the gross motor skills help students to coordinate and control their body movement. For this, every day we have one sports day where all the students, they are engaged in physical activity. Moving on. The active learning strategies at the Sherard Universal School, Ludhiana. Now these are some of the active learning strategies that we use to engage the children in understanding the concepts. At the Sherard Universal School, Ludhiana, these techniques are designed to help students stretch their activities by engaging in these all fun-filled activities. As we can very much see in these slides, the active learning techniques which are adopted by all the teachers in the classrooms are in order for students to discover their own learning style and then to themselves shape their individual character. Over to you, Jaya ma'am.
Thank you. Equal importance is given to our languages, which I have said earlier as well, that we do Hindi, English and Punjabi. All those books are available in our library. When we have our 4 mornings, we use all the 3 languages, and the children are proficient in all, hopefully. We try our best that they should be equal with all their skills. Environment conscious program. So as I was mentioning to you, we all are project-based learning. A lot of our research and referral, Wonder Time, is all aimed at having environmentally conscious global citizens. Sports is an integral part of learning. As you can see, we have come up with the new futsal at the back. So when the teachers take you, you'll be able to have a look at it. Hopefully the pool should be ready in August and the children should be ready to take a dip this year itself with the coach, of course. The badminton court as well as the basketball court, all that is ready. So please have a look when you do take a school round. These were the e-tools which we used when we went online. And in case of such an exigency, we will be using these tools. If at all, and I hope to God not, we go online again. These are some of the school events which we did virtually last year, and I'll just take you through a quick slide. We were very lucky to have been participating in inter-school events. And I think in most of the events where we participated, we had these little stars come out as winners. We hope to go in for many more such inter-school events and nurture many more stars in times to come. Some of the initiatives taken up from school are book club from LKG onwards, discovery for grade 2 and 3, research and referral from grades 4 onwards, music, dance, art and fitness, coding and computational thinking from grades 1 to 8, computational thinking integrated with ICT for LKG and UKG, artificial intelligence integrated with ICT and grade 4 onwards. The futsal and the playground has also been laid out at the back, so the back is looking pretty sorted and done up. School events have been uploaded on the Shri Connect, but I have still put them on for a quick look-see. If children feel safe, they can take risks, ask questions, make mistakes, learn to trust, share their feelings and grow. And I think with that, I end my PPT, but I would like to call the teachers on stage so that I can introduce them to you. Also, there was a lot of query on food. Pre-COVID, we had the cafeteria, the kitchen on. We will be restarting it after the summer holidays in July. Please allow us that much time to get going with all the all the safety checks, so that we can give your children happy, safe meals like they had once before. I take this opportunity to tell you Shivani ma'am, the coordinator for class 2 to 8. In case you have any queries regarding anything, please have the PRO put you through to Shivani ma'am and she will put you through to the relevant teachers. Right? Okay, so I'll quickly now say Arshdeep ma'am, Chetna ma'am, she's absent, Reeti ma'am, Prableen ma'am, Sonia ma'am, Dharminder sir, Navneet ma'am, Kiran ma'am, Gurjeet ma'am, Sun sir. And of course we have Seema ma'am in the infirmary. Yeah.
And no ma'am, namaste.
I said your name, didn't I? I looked, sorry, I missed that. So these are the teachers who will be taking care of your babies for the year. So in case all of them are dealing with subjects of English, or the varied subjects which your children will be doing. Again, I repeat, if you have any queries, please go through the PRO to Shivani ma'am, and then she will get back to us or to the relevant teacher. Any queries, sir? Great. So come.
I thank you all for joining us for the School Orientation 2022-23. Let's hope for an amazing academic year ahead. Now, I request parents of grade 2 to kindly assemble near the MPH door from where Poonam ma'am, the class teacher of grade 2, will be taking you to your relevant class. So all the parents of grade 2 are requested to assemble near the MPH door.